Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3304. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. This week, Frontier revealed the amount of the galaxy that's so far been discovered. Patch 3.0.3 is due to hit at the end of the week, and now is perhaps the best time ever to go out there and unlock the Cutter or the Corvette. The Milky Way galaxy is a big place, and Frontier have recently confirmed just how much of it players have so far explored. It's relatively insignificantly seeming 0.028%, which actually accounts for a rather huge number of star systems, a figure totaling 112,863,791. Now, Elite came out in December 2014, meaning that it's taken just over 3 years of exploration to get to this figure. In a little over 30 more years then, we should reach roughly 1% of the total galaxy explored, assuming of course that we continue at the same rate. Now, this also confirms an interesting fact that Elite Dangerous does actually contain 400 billion star systems as opposed to the figure of 100 billion that you occasionally hear cited. Not that it really makes much difference, as the number is so mind-bogglingly huge. Somewhat surprisingly though, despite this vast number of unexplored star systems out there, it's actually quite common to hear from players that they just cannot find unexplored systems. It often seems, to some players at least, that no matter where they go, the system always has a tagged name on it. The explanation for this is very simple though. People are following a well-trodden path. For example, if you sit at the Solar System and choose a direction towards the galactic core, the galaxy map will plot a route for you using the same algorithm that it has used for hundreds and even thousands of other players. To avoid this pitfall then, simply head in a less used direction. For example, head 500 light years downwards from the galactic plane and then plot your course. There's loads of undiscovered planets out there for explorers who wish to tag their name. It's all just a matter of time. Meanwhile, the Chapter 4 update of Season 3, scheduled for the end of the year, intends to bring with it a whole bunch of new and interesting things to discover out there. If you've been following the events in Elite Dangerous over the past few weeks, it would be impossible for you to not have noticed the various exploits and gold rushes that have been occurring out there. A number of these have led to wholesale removal of certain missions, at least temporarily. In an effort to clarify the current situation, Frontier have released early details for the next point release update for the game, this being patch 3.0.3, due to arrive at the end of this week. Now, this includes many changes and fixes, but here are just a number of them. The kill warrant scanner is going to get a long-awaited change, and this will grant a license to attack and kill a target if a bounty is detected. This will also bring with it the new superpower bounties. There are going to be some changes to the respawn rule, although there's no details on exactly what this means, but it's quite possible that this is an exploit prevention change. Skimmer kill missions were one of the mission types that were removed last week, as players were using ships to kill skimmers and collect vast amounts of credits, and this is an exploit or a method of making money, let's say, that people have been using all the way back to 17 Draconis and before. Now, these missions will be coming back with 3.0.3, however there will be a rather significant change. All skimmer missions will now be set at heavily defended bases with strong air support. In short, it's going to be very difficult or perhaps even impossible to attack skimmers from ships, therefore forcing players to use SRVs. Further, skimmer missions to small undefended bases will no longer be generated by the mission board. Now, one thing that does remain to be seen is whether or not Frontier will remove the cheating NPC ships from the game. These NPC ships have the rather unfair ability to target SRVs with 100% effectiveness and accuracy. Targeting SRVs, of course, is something that player ships are unable to do. Mining missions were the other type of mission that were temporarily removed from the game last week, and these will also be making a return at the end of this week. The fix here is that the reward will no longer be the same commodity as they're actually requesting. Bulk passenger mission rewards have been increased. Hopefully this means they've been increased to decent levels, because after the previous nerfs, they're actually rather low at the moment. Frontier have also fixed the issue with reputation gain and balanced wing delivery mission rewards, but there's no details on exactly what this means. But there is some more details further into this video as to what this perhaps could be referring to. So then, that's a few of the more standout aspects of the update for 3.0.3 then. For the full list, do check out the link in the video description. This week, a new expedition is set to take place in the memory of Commander Brutal Deluxe, who recently sadly died after losing his battle with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, which he fought with a quiet dignity. I actually met with him back in 2016 and spoke to him on more than one occasion, and I always found him to be a great guy and extremely pleasant to talk to. The expedition is set to leave for Colonia this week on Wednesday the 14th at 8:30 UK time or in-game time, and it will arrive at its destination on Friday the 16th. You can find all the necessary details in the video description below, and a Discord channel is also currently being set up for the expedition. I will update the video description as soon as that's available. High-paying missions have been a massive thing over the past few weeks, and pretty much everyone will know about that by now, first with skimmer missions and then with mining missions. And both of them of course are using unintended gameplay. That said, there is still a few ways to make some very good money. In fact, there is a way for brand new players to make potentially hundreds of millions of credits, and this uses the new wing missions in a way that is fully intended, although it is possible that this may be changed in the upcoming update. Down to Earth Astronomy goes through this process in detail, and whilst it's unlikely to make anyone a billionaire overnight, it is a reasonable method for making credits, so do check out the link in the video description below where you're going to be able to find Down to Earth Astronomy's video and all the relevant details. Obtaining the necessary rank to unlock both the Corvette for the Federation and the Cutter for the Empire is a process that in the past has often taken players many months. For the moment at least then, this is a thing that seems to be in the past. Currently, ranking game progress is extremely fast, so much so in fact that people have been going from the rank of none up to the rank of Duke or Rear Admiral in merely a matter of hours, and they've been doing this simply by using the long tried and tested data delivery missions in all the usual places. Now YouTuber Commander Plater goes into detail on this in a recent video. Whilst players are certainly not using any exploits in order to achieve the rank increases, they are after all using methods that have been in the game for years now, it's not entirely clear if the speed of these rank increases is fully intended and could perhaps be part of the fixes coming in patch 3.0.3. At any rate, if you still haven't unlocked the Cutter or the Corvette, then now is perhaps the best time ever to get out there and do so. For more details on how to do this then, do check out Commander Plater's video, and you'll find a link in the video description below. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3304. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.